Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to create a forming tool. I'm going to start by inserting a sketch on the top plane. Let's drop a rectangle here. And we're ready to exit the sketch. Let's activate the Extruded Boss Base command. Here I'll accept the default parameters and click OK. Now we've got a base for our forming tool. Let's place a second sketch on the top face. We'll bring in another rectangle, and this time I'll apply dimensions. It'll be 20 millimeters by 10 millimeters. Just click the green check mark to accept. Something to keep in mind. In order for the tool to work properly, the minimum curvature of the form tool should be greater than the thickness of the sheet metal. For this reason, in my next step, I'm going to apply a 5 millimeter sketch fillet. Make our selection of edges to fillet, click OK, and let's exit the sketch. Activate the Extruded Boss command. A 10 millimeter depth is OK. Let's apply a 3 millimeter fillet. I'll make my selection of edges and then click OK. And lastly here, we need to cut out our base. Right-click, Insert Sketch. While the face is selected, we click the Convert Entities tool, and let's exit the sketch. Now let's activate the Extruded Cut command. For the end condition, we'll use Through All and Accept. We're ready to go back to the Sheet Metal tab and activate the Forming Tool command. First thing to do is select the stopping face. That'll be this face. The next step is to select the faces we want to remove. I'll make my selection and click OK. The results are color-coded here. Red corresponds to the area that we're going to remove. Gold signifies the area that's going to be deformed. And finally, green is the stopping face. Form Tool 1 now appears as a feature in our tree. Here's the orientation sketch. Let's try to right-click and select Edit. As you see, I don't have that option. Let's pull out the design library and pin it down. If you have an existing library, navigate to the Forming Tools folder. Or you can simply create a new folder. Notice when I right-click on the Forming Tool folder, in this drop-down menu, the option Forming Tools folder is selected. If you don't see a check mark here, the forming tool is not going to work, so keep that in mind. Next, let's save our part. We'll call it Lesson 28 and click Save. And I'll just drop this part into the Forming Tools folder. Let's call it Lance. And I'll click OK. And we'll pick up from here in our next lesson. This concludes our first lesson on creating a forming tool.